right, welcome to Your Time, Your Money, the show where your time is just as valuable as your money, and we know that. Today we're going to be talking about a great product out there that may be suitable for you, and you might want to reconsider it. And it surprises me as how long it's been out and how few people still realize the power of something called the Roth IRA. So today we're going to go over the ins and outs of the Roth IRA. We'll take a few minutes to explain the benefit of it and why you may want to consider it in your portfolio. Obviously, there's a lot of other choices out there of investments, but the Roth is one that I think we need to understand a little bit better. The Roth came out in actually 1998, so it hasn't been around for some people for more than half of their lifetime, and it's allowed us to put money away in a different manner than a normal retirement account, and that's an after-tax manner. So the Roth IRA started in 1998. It was actually started by William Roth, a Republican out of Delaware. And the account is designed to really give you the tax benefit at retirement. Because unlike a 401k or maybe a traditional pre-tax investment, the money goes in after it's been taxed in your payroll. So in a normal account, if you wanted to put $100 away to your 401k, you're only going to see the difference of about $87 or so in your paycheck because it comes out pre-tax. A Roth IRA, when you put $100 in, it's already been taxed. So it costs you $100 to put it in. But the benefit to that is for the rest of the time that that money sits in there, assuming that you take it out after 59 and a half, retirement down the road, it's 100% tax-free because your principal was already taxed. But the key is everything it's earned during that time frame of sitting in the Roth IRA is also tax-free. So why is that important? Imagine retiring with $1 million, $2 million, even $10 million in a retirement portfolio. Well, if you were in a traditional IRA, a 401k, a 403b, that $2, $3, $4 million is going to be taxable to you as income. And a Roth IRA, if you had that same amount sitting in there and you said, hey, Mark, send me $2 million out of my Roth IRA, you don't pay a dime in income taxes on that money that comes out of that. And that's a huge benefit to investors. But not everybody can take advantage of the Roth. The Roth is had its rules changed quite a bit since 1998. The first Roth that came out, you could add $2,000 to. Well, they've systematically increased that, and in 2023, you can add $6,500 a year per spouse or $7,500 a year per spouse as long as you have earned income. So a common misconception is, well, I didn't make anything, but my husband made money, so I can't add to a Roth IRA. That's not the case. If you're filing joint, you both can add as long as you're showing at least what you're putting into the Roth. So what that means is if a married couple, both people over 50 years old, is making $15,000 on the books, on the record, then you can add $7,500 for each spouse, whether one spouse worked or both spouses worked. So it's a great advantage to be able to put more in whether your spouse worked or not, as long as you have one earned income totaling the amount that you put away. Now, if you only made $5,000, you can only put away $5,000 into the Roth IRA. The other thing about the Roth IRA is the Roth IRA has what's called a phase-out limit. And that phase-out limit basically says if you make over a certain amount, you're limited to what you can put into it. It also says if you make over another amount, you can't add to the Roth at all. So for 2023, the phase-out limit starts for a married couple at $204,000. So if you make more than $204,000, you're limited with what you can put in. But if you make over $214,000, you can't add to the Roth at all. It's a phase out, so you're not allowed to add at that point. If you're single, those numbers are $129,000 where the phase out starts and $144,000 where the phase out ends. So if you're making somewhere in between there, you're limited to what you can put in, but if you're making over $144,000 single, you can't add to the Roth. Now, the Roth's also evolved to not only being a standalone IRA, individual retirement account, but it's also been phased into a lot of work plans, 401ks, 403bs, even state plans have a Roth portion to it. And it works very similar. There's some differences. We're not going to get into them in this episode, but it allows you to put money away after tax into a vehicle that will continue to grow tax deferred and tax free at retirement. So once again, if you haven't looked at a Roth, if you don't fully understand a Roth, you definitely want to talk to your advisor or call us here at the Esslie Group, 800-222-3202. As always, like and subscribe and share this content with other people. But there's a lot of different planning concepts with the Roth. Today we wanted to go over the basics. So once again, it's your time, your money.